So these two players, really two of the most famous players in world badminton.
Blue, red.
The Indonesian TAUFIK Hidayat,
Red.
there he is. This, the only
Red.
one of the majors
7.
that he's never won. Of course, as I say, he's been world champion, Olympic champion, Asian Games champion twice, and reigning Asian Games champion. And the one title that he really covets is this All England. 27 years of age, and that's staggering when you think that the first time he was in the final was 10 years ago. TAUFIK Hidayat, as a 17-year-old, lost in the final in 1999 to Peter Gader, the man that he beat yesterday in the quarterfinals. So for CHONG WEI, the #1 seed, he's never reached an All England final, despite being the world #1. 26 years of age, born in Penang. First world #1 back in June, July 2006, and then he lost that #1 status, dropped down to #2 because Lin Dan took over from him once again. But since the Olympic Games, Lin Dan not competing in many events, and CHONG WEI has regained his #1 status. So just looking at the Malaysians' path through to today's semi-final. Very tough opening round. That was the hardest match that he's encountered so far. Lu Yi of China dropped the opening game 19-21, but very, very strong in the third, 21-11. So as far as TAUFIK Hidayat is concerned, well, he's had a much, much tougher path. Sia Yu Sing of Chinese Taipei in the opening game. That was an hour and 2 minutes, that opening match. Then 3 games once again in the second round against Andrew Smith of England. 57 minutes for that. So for the first 2 matches, 1 minute shy of 2 hours. And then that quarterfinal victory, as I was saying, against the former champion, the #4 seed, Peter Gader, in 2 straight games. So Hidayat, world champion in 2005, Olympic champion in Athens in 2004, when he was unseeded. The Malaysian, winner of 17 career titles, including 5 Malaysian Opens, which of course the first of the Super Series events for 2009, the Malaysian Open. He won that for the 5th time, and then the next week in Korea he reached the final but lost out to Peter Gader. He's been #1 seed at World Championships, failed to live up to that expectation. He is a man who has talked openly about the burden of expectation when he is #1. There's been a lot written in the Malaysian press about the need to deliver when you are the #1 in the world. To be honest, that just creates extra pressure. 11th meeting between these two players. Previous 10, you can see the advantage held by the Indonesian. And in fact, he won the last 2 times that they met. Both last year, the Macau Open final and the French Open semi-final. Stephen Temple from Wales is our umpire. And, well, we were told it was a sellout. And my goodness, it certainly is. This is one of the matches that everybody has been looking forward to. the crowd really are warming up for this. No question of that. Packed arena here in Birmingham. And so it should be. The world #1, CHONG WEI of Malaysia, up against the former world and Olympic champion, TAUFIK Hidayat. Hidayat, who's just resigned from the Indonesian Badminton Association, not part of the national squad, not funded by them anymore, has decided to go his own way. Dispute over wages, I understand, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, TAUFIK Hidayat, Indonesia.
Plenty of support.
On my left, CHONG WEI, Malaysia.
Well, plenty of support in both camps.
CHONG WEI to serve.
Julio Handoyo, coach to the Indonesian. At the back of the corner, he looked a little bit anxious, didn't he, before the start of this? Of course, this is the 11th meeting between these two players. The Indonesian holds that advantage, having won 6 of the previous 10. But how significant, Paul Eric, do you think it is that he's won the last 2 occasions, Hidayat?
Of course, I think there's a mental side of it, which is very important. But having said that, I think one thing is very, very important for TAUFIK Hidayat is that his action towards the net, control of the net, is very important in order to beat CHONG WEI, which I consider being physically a bit stronger than TAUFIK.
Yeah, probably one of the fittest athletes in world badminton. Just missed it.
Service over, 2-1.
Indonesian looks a little bit nervous to me in these early stages.
He made a few mistakes on the cross-court shot, but another thing you have to look at is that CHONG WEI rarely plays the net drops. Keeps on lifting back towards the baseline, backline.
Missed it.
One reason he's doing this kind of game, CHONG WEI, is because he wants to tire out TAUFIK. He is relying on his physical capabilities, CHONG WEI. Therefore, he's not really playing that many net drops.
He's never been in an all-England final as this Malaysian. He was his opponent, twice runner-up in these championships 10 years ago in 1999, and then again the following year. Oh, perfection. Apologises for the good fortune of the net court.
4-3.
Rushing the shuttle off the top of the tape.
Service over, 4.
And very important for CHONG WEI. Try to leave out TAUFIK at the net by forcing him away from the net.
6-4.
to say the number of times that I've watched the Malaysian Lee Chong Wei, and you were picking up on the point in one of the earlier rallies that he often wants to just tire his opponents out by keeping the rally going, retrieving everything. And I love to see him being a little more positive, like he was in that rally, taking the initiative. Even in the Olympic final, of course, the Malaysian. Impatience there from TAUFIK Hidayat.
7-4.
Too many errors flowing from the racket of the Indonesian. Indecision. He looks strangely passive at the moment to me, Hidayat. He's never going out. Well, a 7-point advantage for the Malaysian Lee Chong Wei at the mid-game interval. And I have to say, Paul-Erik, I'm absolutely astonished by this.
That was really fast after a good start from TAUFIK. It seems as if that long rally they had around 4 or 5 points, they had a really long rally, and TAUFIK was realizing, well, this is going to be a hard work if I'm going to win, and he was not really ready to invest that amount of time in each rally, and he tried to find the easy solutions. Finding the easy solutions gave a lot of errors because he was not in balance.
Yes, and talking of a lot of errors, in fact, 9 of them gifted to Lee Chong Wei. 9 of his 11 points coming from his opponent's errors. Well, that's not what you expect of a former world #1, former Olympic champion, a former world champion. Needs to tighten up his game.
11-4.
So wants this title. Perhaps the Indonesians' unquestioned desire to one day win the All-England Championship is perhaps putting too much self-imposed pressure. Well, I honestly thought before the start of this match, because of the amount that's been written in the Malaysian press, the fact that they've said that their player, Lee Chong Wei, world #1, they're saying, well, it's no good being world #1 if you don't win the big tournaments. You've got to start winning when you are the favourite. And I thought he would be the one that was feeling the pressure, but it seems to be the other way around.
It definitely seems as if Lee Chong Wei is really comfortable, and he's playing TAUFIK around the court and using the speed variation in the game in order to really bring TAUFIK out of balance, and he's really been having a good success with that so far. TAUFIK not really able of playing a card back to Lee Chong Wei.
missed opportunity from the Malaysian.
6-13.
TAUFIK Hidayat here does a full pirouette before waiting for the next defensive shot. Simply haven't got time for that on a badminton court. It's a wonderful smash. And no wonder the Malaysian flag is flying.
14-6.
And again, finding the weakness down. Hidayat's forehand side.
That is 3 good smashes from CHONG WEI. And then I would say TAUFIK is playing too short. When he's lifting from the net, the lift is too short. He's not really using the back line at the moment.
No, this time he's missed it. Switched it to the backhand side instead of going down the line.
7-16.
There's a sort of aura about the Malaysian. It seems to be just oozing confidence at the moment.
Service over, 17-7.
Misbah Sadek and Rashid Sadek, brothers, both been All England finalists.
Service over, 8-17. Service over, 18.
He's normally so consistent with his net play. Former All England champion Paul-Eric Vasai made note of that right at the start of the match. Oh my goodness, yet another winning smash right down the forehand side.
8.
Well,
20. Game point, 8.
I certainly wouldn't have predicted this.
10-15.
Just 13 minutes. 21-8. I can hardly believe it. Well, certainly TAUFIK Hidayat has had 3 very, very tough matches to get through to this semi-final. But he looks completely off the pace. Their confirmation of the score, 21-8. Or would you have predicted this, Paul-Eric?
Well, I would say I'm a bit surprised that TAUFIK really didn't come up with anything once he felt the defeat at the net. He was not really in control of the game. He should come up with a fighting spirit. I miss that fighting spirit. But you also know that TAUFIK, even though that seems quite easy, and CHONG WEI obviously is about to cruise his way through to the finals, you never know about TAUFIK. All of a sudden he can be there, he can be in the zone, being focused on why he's here, and he can come up with tremendous good game. So even though that CHONG WEI is a favorite, I would say never rule out TAUFIK.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, certainly the Indonesian has got to lift his game. He's got to show that he's got more passion, more fight, because quite frankly, he gave up that just too easily. And I just thought as the opening game went on that CHONG WEI was growing and growing in confidence. His 9 smashes to the forehand side when he won the point in the opening game, and there's another.
1-9.
And it really pays off. I think one very important thing for TAUFIK is from the start be ready, because if CHONG WEI feels his confidence coming in from the start of second set, then it will be difficult for TAUFIK.
That last smash, 264 kilometers an hour. It's just over 165 miles an hour. Did I say 200? And then 100. What am I talking about? Okay, that would be a smash, wouldn't it?
Over 2-1. Over 13-17.
That is wild. Missed the whole mat of the court. Yeah, no wonder his coach is looking very, very uneasy.
Service over, 2-3.
The problem, certainly for the Indonesian, is the fact that he never really played himself into the match during that opening game. To now suddenly find his form and his range is incredibly difficult.
Server, 14-18.
Wide. Well, they're an indication of the real speed of the Malaysian.
3-all.
Back a couple of shuttles there that very few players in the world could have done. He's lunging towards the net and yet still gets back in time to retrieve the lift over his head.
Over 4-3.
Well, that takes courage as well, because the very last previous rally had gone for the net kill and hadn't made it. has not found his range, has he? Well, that was mightily close. Incredible. Yeah, nice drop shot, good disguise. I think the neutrals in the crowd are actually trying to encourage TAUFIK Hidayat because they'd love to see more of this match. So much expectation with these two players meeting each other in this All-England semi-final. And yet, it hasn't lived up to expectation.
That's over. 6-4.
The sort of play that we're used to seeing from Hidayat. Paul Eric, when you're having a day that is just a bad day and things aren't working, what did you say to yourself to keep yourself going and try to play yourself into the match?
Well, it's a very tactical game, badminton, and you know, you have to focus on the next rally, So even though that, you know, it's not really working for me, work out the next rally. That is very important in order to get into the right momentum. And it seems as if TAUFIK maybe slowly is picking up something. He certainly had a good smash just the rally before, and he was moving a bit better on the court.
Sometimes there's just no explanation for it. We all have bad days. And I think sometimes you get into a situation where the harder you try, the worse it gets. And to be honest, I think CHONG WEI has been on the end of that in the Olympic final in Beijing last year. So desperately wanted to do well.
Over 6-8.
Does play an awful lot of winners off his smash under normal circumstances.
Well, he's really trying now to get through with his offensive game, and I think it's the right time to do it. And maybe that will give him some confidence, because he's really not showing a lot of confidence by playing CHONG WEI around on the court. He needs to come up with an offensive power play now.
the smash, knew that the reply had to be a block straight back to the net. He came storming forward. You know, I just sensed how important it was actually for the Indonesian to get into the lead. I think that could prove to be an important rally. Yeah, but he immediately gets the next rally.
Service over, 9-all. Service over, 10-9.
Made a few mistakes in his defense in the forehand. He needs to cover that a bit better.
Oh, clever smash. He's been hitting so many smashes, as you say, down the forehand side. Suddenly switching it, hitting straight at his opponent. He has a 2-point advantage at the mid-game interval as he talks to Misbah Sadek. Crikey, look at that. 12 of the 14 winning shots from the Malaysian directed down the Indonesian's forehand side. Misbah Sadek, of course, runner-up at the All England Championships back in 1986, lost out to Morton Frost.
For 1:20 seconds, for 1:20
And Misbah's
seconds.
little brother, I think you beat in the final of the All England Championships in 96.
Eleven, 9, play.
Yeah, you can suddenly see a little more urgency in his style of play.
Service over, 10-11.
Well, that rally started with a flick serve, and I believe that was the first one of the match. And he's back on level terms. Rashid Sadek, Man U beating the final. On the far side, the right, as we look at them. Both brothers now coaching the singles players in Malaysia. Indonesian. Looking to pounce on the shuttle at the net, and I'm sure his sheer presence, looking to come forward, forced his opponent into error.
What I'm watching at right now, it's how long the rallies is being kept, and it seems as if it's not very long rallies right now, and that is an advantage for Taufik in the end. So having said that, it was a very long rally, that one.
It's called the curse of the commentator.
It is, yeah, I must say.
Yeah, it was a good rally, though.
14-12.
Flat, fast exchanges. Good intensity. 239. It's just under 149 miles per hour. Oh, too casual. Thought that the rally was already won.
15-12.
And this is a run of 4 straight points.
7-6-9.
The Indonesian will be mightily relieved that that run has come to an end.
15.
He's just not able to maintain his level of play, rally after rally. Comes through little phases, does the Indonesian. Was looking tired in that he dropped the pace of his movement.
13.
Four-point advantage. No, it's missed it. And this is a very different complexion on this second game now.
18-13.
Plays him now, has won 8 of the last 9 rallies. And he's just 2 points away from his first ever All-England final. Take that one.
Match point, 13.
He's done it. Sadek brothers congratulate each other because their man has come through and come through very much more easily than I thought it would take today in the semi-final.
Won by CHONG WEI.
the former Olympic champion Taufik Hidayat. Perhaps those earlier matches, the 3 matches he's played so far, where he went to 3 games in the first 2 rounds, and then a very tough quarter-final against the former champion Peter Gader. And I wonder if that took its physical toll. But one thing is certain, CHONG WEI is in great form. 21-8, 21-13, and he's in the final.